Hi everyone, this is Frosty Wolf. I'm going to give a quick tour of the Minecraft server here. I'm going to kind of keep it short, so let's get started right away. Community storage is, if you have anything you want to contribute, just go ahead and drop it in one of the chests. We try to keep some semblance of order, but I don't know, like, this is supposed to be rare stuff, basic building materials, stuff from trees, stuff from farm animals and enemies. Anything you put in here, make sure you don't want it, because you're basically giving it up for grabs. Also, feel free to take anything you need from any of these. More eggs and more doors. Of course, if you want to store something permanently, go ahead and put it in the ender chest. If you're not familiar with the ender chest, anything you put in here, only you can see it. If someone else was to open this, they wouldn't see my things, they'd only see theirs. So it's a great place to store your stuff you don't want anybody else getting a hold of. There's a crafting table on the floor, in case anybody needs it. Alright, across the way from that is the furnace room. The center ones we usually keep stocked with coal. If you have any coal you have to spare, don't put it in the storage, just come right in here and find a furnace to throw it in. There's also a couple crafting tables in here, and down here goes down to the mine. If you're looking to get a quick way down, you could just run straight into this wall, should fall right into the water, be alright. And on the way up, kind of have a little lava area over here. We've been using it to get obsidian and the like. A little bit higher than that. This is where we've actually been doing some mining. You can see our little strip mine passages. And continuing on up from there, we have a abandoned mine shaft over here. There's at least 2 mob spawners in here somewhere. Probably haven't explored the whole thing, so if you're interested in just wandering around it, you might get lucky. And of course that's it for now. So let's head back up. Also have an anvil over here in the corner. It's cracked, but still works. Alright, let's actually backtrack a bit. Got the nether portal over here, and the dock. Hitting one of these switches will dispense a boat, just like so. If you need a boat, want to just tour it around a bit, go ahead and take one, head out. Try to keep them full, but there's plenty of boats, and there's 4 docks around the island, so shouldn't really have any problem finding a boat. If you hop in another portal, we have north, south, east, and west passages all the way around. If you do head out, there's another fort down this one here. If you do head out and decide to make a base somewhere else, and a villager. Alright. If you do head out, decide to make a base, when you have some obsidian, make a nether portal, we can connect you to one of the nether tunnels. Since the nether, every 1 brick in the nether is 8 bricks in the overworld, it's much faster to travel through the nether, and with tunnels it's much safer. So if you head out, you want us to make a base for you, or want us to connect your base, I mean, just go ahead and let someone know, we can give you a hand. Just some nether rafting too. Any of these 4 portals will take you down to something, by the way. Here we are again. Plenty of sugarcane around the whole island. Make sure if you harvest it, you take it from the middle, so the bottom stays so it can regrow. Alright, the inn is right here. These beds are pretty much up for grabs. If you want to use one of the beds in here, We'll put some chests in here as well. But if you want to use one of the beds in here, just go ahead and put a sign on the wall next to the door and put your name on it so we know that you're claiming that room for now. I'll put some blank signs up and you could probably just hammer them off and replace them with what you want. This right here is a smooth stone generator. It's off right now. When it's on, you can sit here all day. Of course it turns into cobblestone when you mine it, unless you have silk touch. But if you do have silk touch, you can get the smooth stone out. And it'll just keep pumping. When you're not using it, please turn it off so the redstone loop underneath doesn't just keep running all day. Let's head back outside and around. Right here we have the map. These are on the closest zoomed in scale. Here's the island, of course. And these right here are zoomed out as far as they go. If you'd like, you could always punch this. Go ahead and put the item frame back. And you could always make a copy of this map. As you can see, I already have a copy. And then when you're done making a copy, put it back in. And everybody that has said map can see each other. So if somebody else was on with this map, as long as they were displayed on it and the map was in their inventory, you'd be able to see their arrow and see where everybody is. You see some people have headed out this way, so they've made copies of this map and are exploring the new area. On the other side of this, we have the message board. If you have anything you want to say, just punch one of these signs off, put a little message on it. There you go. Not really much to say here. Another dock, of course. If you head down this way, we have the greenhouse. So, on this side of the greenhouse, we have melons and pumpkins. If you want one, just flick the switch for the one you want. You could do both at the same time if you wanted. And hit the button in the middle. Alright. When it's done, you can go ahead and put the switches back up. The light, when it's on, means you'll be getting them when you harvest. If it's off, you won't be getting them. And your melons and pumpkins should come right out. You can put any you don't need in these chests, or if you need some and you don't get enough, you can go ahead and take them out of the chest. It's just like community storage, but in the greenhouse itself. Ooh, plenty of melons. Alright, and then on this side, we have wheat, carrots, potatoes, and netherwort. These work a little bit differently than the melons and pumpkins, because these you have to replant after you harvest them. Still have some melons here. So, before you just come in here and harvest, go up to the level that they're on and make sure they're actually fully grown. As you can see here, the wheat is definitely not fully grown. Only when it's all the way up is it grown. The whole carrot field is fully grown, except that back corner, it looks like. Oh, that one's unharvested. If something gets untilled, you can... Every floor, these chests, one of them will have a hoe in it. And just go ahead and take it. There we go. Any overflow you get of a particular food stuff, just go ahead and put it in the chest on the level. So if you have extra carrots you don't need, just throw them in the chest on the carrot level. Is the potatoes. You can see here they are fully grown. And up here's the netherwort, also fully grown. That's what it looks like. So not till it gets all the way up is it grown. The netherwort doesn't have hose on it because it grows on soul sand and you can't really untill soul sand. So now, so you can see here the potatoes and the carrots were fully grown in. If I wanted to harvest both, I could just go ahead and flick the switches for both of them. And then hit the middle button. If I just wanted one, say carrots, I can just flick the switch for carrots. So when you hit this button, the two lights will blink, but don't worry about that. When you hit that button, what's happening here is all these dispensers are going to turn on. It's going to push all the food stuff down. Some of them will get caught. You can always go around to grab them. But it should, most of it, the majority of it, should fall down all the way down here. So you can just go ahead and pick them up. After it's done, make sure you hit it again. That will turn the water off. You can kind of just see the water line there. There it goes. And flip the switch back up. Then you can head back up to that level and replant. You can replant from these edges here. If you hold shift, you won't be able to fall off. You could stay on top, or you could hop down and hold shift and replant from the field itself. It's a little bit faster that way, and you can grab these extras here. The only downside is the jump from the top to the dirt can untill the ground. If it does, you'll just have to grab the hoe and, you know, till it back up. Let's finish replanting these real quick. I don't really need any of these, so, oh, and that's exactly what I was talking about. So, keep one carrot so I can plant it in that spot. There you go. Alright, so let's exit the greenhouse. Down that way we have another dock. In here we have a enchanting area. And look at that, I still got some melons on here. And we have some brewing stands. So if you want to make some potions, go ahead. If you're not sure how to make potions, you can always hop on the Minecraft wiki. It's great for information about stuff like that. Continuing on, we have a little villager mall here. And all these villagers have things for trade. You can cycle through what they have for trade for that, if they have more than one thing. The red X's means somebody's already traded them too much of that stuff, and they will not do that trade anymore until their other trades have been done. And then these will either reset. Sometimes I guess they can change, I don't know. But there you go. So you can go around here, they have all different kinds of trades you can do. These are emeralds, of course. If you're needing emeralds, some of them you could trade stuff for emeralds, and you can go ahead and take the emeralds you get, and like this one, you could put a diamond pick here, 2 emeralds, and he'll enchant it for you. So a pretty good deal, considering, there's a, it's gonna make me a lot, here he is. For 10 emeralds, you can get a diamond pickaxe, and then for 2, you can enchant it. So 12 emeralds total, you get a pretty decent diamond pickaxe right off the bat. Alright, here we have our farm area. This is a little strange. What you can do here, of course I don't have any wheat. It's not a lot of wheat, but it's enough to show you how it works. You can come over to any of these holes. These are mushrooms, cows, and go ahead and hit the switch, and that will start them hopping. Then you can take whatever they eat to breed them. For mushrooms, cows, and sheep, it's wheat. Pigs, it's carrots. And chickens, it's actually seeds. The seeds you get from wheat. You can just go ahead and hold right click. You want to kind of do it in short little bursts. And you see they'll get little hearts, and they'll start to have babies. Give it a second, let them kind of have babies. If you just sit here and hold right click, it'll go through all your wheat real quick. Right? And then, when you're out of wheat, or when you're done, you can just turn it off. Make sure you hop down here and get any XP you missed while you're up there. We try to keep about 10 in each one. E in the top left-hand corner there, the first number is how many entities you're currently looking at. So if I go like this, you can see I can see a whole bunch. But if I kind of angle myself so I can only see the mushrooms, there's only 13 of them. We try to keep a minimum of 10, a maximum of, say, 30. If you ever need anything from them, you can just come under here and just kind of whack them. And you can get the drops. They should fall right out. If for any reason they don't fall out, you go ahead and hit that. It should knock any drops that get caught on corners or whatever and down there for you. Excuse me. Another dock. Not really much to see there. And that's about it for the little starting island tour. If you have any questions, feel free to ask anybody on the server. And that's it.